Hello, welcome to the podcast 13 of the Geordie Brothers podcast with myself, Jordan Hunter, and my brother.
Hello, Daniel Hunter.
And it's been a while. We missed last week, so it's been 2 weeks. Because we did
Yeah.
it on Thursday last time, so 2 weeks. So yeah, I mean, we'll always start off with checking in and stuff. How you been? What you been up to? And how was your mental health and all that? If you want to touch on that, because this is a
Mhm.
mental health podcast. If anyone is watching, and
Yeah. Oh,
we'll have a laugh as well.
yeah, we'll try to. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? But well, I went away last week. I went for a week away in Wales. Wales, Wales,
Wales.
Wales. I where was that again? I'm trying to figure out where we were now. It was near Rill.
Real. Real.
We were just in a caravan park near Rill, for a week. Yeah, and honestly, like Wales is like we went to a few places like near Rill. Like we went to Clandidno,
I didn't know.
Clandidno. I'm trying to think of the other places, but I can't remember
I
now.
try and do a Welsh
Yeah.
accent. I just try and think of it. Rod Gilbert. Rod
Oh, yeah, no.
Gilbert. Llandudno. Henry Hoover.
But
It's Clive.
honestly, I mean, we went to a few. Honestly, we went to a few of the like the uh, why do I keep? What?
Whoop.
And he says
You went to a few
the sea.
caravans.
No, just like the seaside spots, and honestly,
All right.
it's a beautiful country, like Wales. Yes.
All right. Well, I can't see you now. You must have
What am I doing?
pressed the camera button. There we go.
Can you hear us? What
I
went
can hear
wrong?
you. No, I just went. You went off for a bit. I can still hear you. So you went to. So I can imagine it's beautiful. Like I've only been to Cardiff briefly, but I would love to go to like the. So what that was that like a had you had that planned for ages or hello?
Hello, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It went off again. Sorry.
All right, no
Did
worries.
it? What did you say?
So had you planned it for ages, or was it like had you had it planned for ages, the trip?
Um, yeah, I think it was planned for like quite a while. Um, but I think Claire had planned it for quite a while. Yeah, no, see, I say I'd never been to Wales before, but I'm sure I remember my mum saying that she took me when I was a little bairn to Wales for a bit. But like, obviously, I can't remember that because I was only little. So,
So what did you get up
but
to in the seaside towns and that? Just sort of look at the sea and stuff.
obviously, it's just like it was just like beautiful scenery. To be honest, like it was like beautiful like hills, and like we went to the seasides, and obviously it was like the normal things you get round the seasides. I mean, it was a bit like Blackpool, you know. You've got all the fucking touristy stuff with all the like the bloody like you know, trying to sell stuff that but
All the tat and all that stuff.
yeah, all the tatty like all
Yeah.
that shit. But if you just like you looking around, it was honestly it's a beautiful place. It is
Oh,
really.
oh, good. So you were there for a week. How were you? How's your
A
mental health?
week, yeah.
Were you quite good? All right.
Um, I wish I could say I was all right the whole of the time, but I wasn't.
All
I
right.
did let myself down one night, and then maybe it's one day afterwards.
What do you mean by let
Because
yourself down?
Newcastle played on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday or Tuesday night? Wednesday night on the Carabao Cup game
All right. Aye.
against Nottingham Forest. So
That one.
we went out. Sorry, and it still says
Yeah, I can see you. Yeah. Yeah.
right. We went out to this pub to watch it, and with me, like, I mean, I get nervous watching Newcastle, you know, so like I end up drinking too much, and it didn't help that I was drinking this beer called Blue Moon. Have you
Yeah.
ever drunk Blue Moon?
Very strong. Very strong.
Yes, it is. It's strong. I was drinking that, so like obviously I was drinking that. We got back, and my mum said, not my mum, Clay.
It's
God says,
insight into your relationship.
what if? Yeah, that's embarrassing. Clay says that when I got back, like I was when I got back, I was trying to drink more cans, and like she was trying to tell us, no, just go to bed, go to bed. And she was saying like
Once you're
I
in
was
that,
scaring the kid.
you're
Hmm?
scaring the kids.
Yeah, she says like I was scaring the kids. Just because I was just trying to argue with her like that I wasn't drunk or something. I think,
Mm. Yeah. Well,
but
once you're in that sort of mood of like drinking, you get past to a point. You get to a point where it's like you don't
yeah,
stop.
I know. So yeah, apparently I was just trying to like have another drink from the fridge, and she was like, "Go, no, you've had enough. You've had enough." And I must have been arguing like, "Oh no, I haven't had enough."
Yeah.
And she said like, "Oh, the kids were getting scared and all that." So like, I felt like absolute shit, obviously. So
Mm-hmm.
the next day I didn't feel too good. But that during that night, for some reason, like because I couldn't get to sleep that night, that's when I like came up with this poem, and I just wrote it down on my phone.
All right. Let's hear it then.
Do you want to hear it now? Right. It's probably. I mean, I've read it back, and it does sound a bit shit, but who
Oh,
cares?
yeah. Let's go for it.
Right. Okay. I'll read it now. Right. There's an empty pair of jeans hanging on the wardrobe, waiting for someone to wear. Yes, I've worn them many a time, but my time's now elsewhere. The jeans are there waiting to be put, with loose legs, each confident foot, dressed with pride, each meaningful stride, a stride that I no longer strut. These jeans are for you, my child, should you wish to don. Adorn them with grace, with a smile on your face. Take on the world head on. Yes, there's an empty pair of jeans hanging on the wardrobe, hoping you'll be there to wear. That's it.
Brilliant.
Yep, just wrote that.
That's very moving. Very good. Very powerful metaphor. Do you want to
And you?
explain a bit about what you're thinking? what you're feeling and what you're thinking when you were writing it? Or?
I don't know. I was just in a weird place at the time, like, cause I was I was in a bad mood because of like what I've been, like how I'd behaved, and I was feeling embarrassed, like I was like, cause obviously Claire's mom was there with her, and she seen it, and I was like, oh no. So I was like, oh, and I couldn't get to sleep, and that. So I just wrote this all down on my phone.
I think that's brilliant. I think that's brilliant. Using it
I mean,
to, that's what poetry's for. Using it as a
mhm,
capsule to express yourself,
yeah,
and like the more you express yourself in those moments, the more true and honest and powerful it is.
yeah, cause like whilst I was like just lying there, I seen that my jeans were just hanging on the wardrobe. So I just thought like, oh, my jeans are hanging on the wardrobe,
So to
and
me,
I just
it
yeah,
sort of evoked you were
mm,
sort of saying that you were once sort of confident, happy person, and you want to be that person again, but you feel like you can't, and so you want this. I'm saying you like it's not about you, but it's like as the
oh,
as a character in the poem. Let's just say if they had like a child, they
yeah,
to walk in the confident genes.
yeah, yeah.
Like
No, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah, I mean,
that's what I got from it anyway.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Beautiful, Daniel, and I'm really glad that you did write it down and you shared it because yeah, it's
I
important.
know.
It's
I
important
just like
to it's important to keep these things and write them down and keep them there and look back on them.
I mean, I need to make sure I don't write everything down that comes in my head, otherwise I'll end up in prison. So I need to pick and choose.
Oh yeah, you do have to do that, yeah. Or just do it and don't show anyone or tell anyone. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
well, obviously you've had a few drinks, as I can see, as I can tell. Which it's all good. Well, it's not all good, but it's fine. I think it's just a crux, isn't it, to deal with stuff, isn't it? And I think, what would you say to your past self? For instance, you can go back in time right now, okay, to Daniel just before the Newcastle match, and you can say something to him. What would you say?
What do you mean? Like the
Then the match the other day when you were in Wales. What would
oh,
you like? What would you instruct him to do,
mm,
if anything?
um, it's hard to say. I mean, like it's hard to say because like you've gotta have your you've gotta have your like passions in life to
Mhm.
enjoy yourself, right?
Of course,
And
yeah,
that
but like as if you are his sort of father figure, right?
mm,
What would you say? So he's still. What would you specifically say? So he's still indulged in that fun.
mm,
Didn't
mm.
like take it as far as to go over the top way. So what would you instruct?
See, I haven't got a clue. Cause like I don't know, just like I haven't got that in me to like just stop. Like
But
if I
but you're going back to you. You wouldn't tell him to do
mm,
like not drink Blue Moon, drink something.
yeah, yeah. Well, Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
Eat a lot before you drink. So
yeah, that's a good
like
point.
that.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, make sure you eat before you go out. Just drink piss water like Colin or
It is. Blue
Colin
Moon does
or.
taste very nice. It is a nice drink.
It is a nice drink, but it's strong. But you know what I mean.
Maybe
But
just drink a couple. I don't know, but like yeah,
mm,
I think that's a good exercise. Just like think, all right, if I come up with against this another time,
mhm.
look, I'm going to do it on a full stomach. I'm going to put everything in place so the odds are in my favor. So I'm not going to get to a place where I'm scaring the kids and I'm having an argument with my girlfriend and embarrassing myself in front of her mother. You just have to, and I know it's easier said than done. And you're
I
right.
know.
And I'm going to tell a story which you know, I'm saying like I'm an expert here. I fucked up as well. So, um, just saying these things to yourself. Look, I'm going to put everything in place as precautions to put the odds as much as in my favor as possible, so that doesn't happen. And I think you have a responsibility to yourself and the people that you love to do that and go through that. Because if you
But
don't, then you do. I think you just do let yourself down more. But so, what would you say to that?
I agree. But like I think I'm still just like I'm still trying to get out of the habit that I was in. When I was just
Yeah,
in the fucking absolute what do you call it, doldrums or whatever you doldrums.
doldrums. Yeah,
When I was just doldrums, fucking
works.
honestly,
But
is,
right as
is
well.
that the right
No,
that
you're
the
right.
right word?
But you're
But
right. Like it does take a lot of time to rewire the brain, and you know, yeah, it's not gonna. It's gonna take some time. But you
I
know,
know,
the more you work at it, it's like if you work at something every day, the point where it tips over and you achieve the thing that you want to achieve, the closer that gets. So it's just about working on it every day, and you know, you've had a few drinks before the podcast today. Can you take us through what's been the sort of process through that, and why has that happened? You know?
um,
Was it because you were in? Was it just your headspace? You felt like you couldn't like partake in. It wasn't
um,
of the podcast, was it?
no, it wasn't because of this. I'll be honest, it's like sometimes I just like I can't cope with like now the schools are all back, right? The schools are back to school and they're all getting on the bus. It I honestly it does my fucking head in being on the bus, all the kids getting on the bus and just they're all crowding round us because the bus gets really busy and I'm just sat there and all crowding round us and I cannot cope with that. Um,
Have you like?
um,
Would you
it's
say that like soundproof headphones just like would work, or is it more
I've
than
got
more than?
I've got headphones, but like it's not just the sound. It's like the fact that they're like they're virtually on top of us. They're like sitting right next to us. They're in front of us, like they're leaning over, talking to whoever sit next to us. So they're like oh like I'm just sat there like that and that fucking
Yeah, that's yeah.
and I'm just like
That would be horrible for anyone. That's horrible.
I'm just like
Well, that is a trigger point for you,
And
obviously.
I, like, honestly, oh, my bloody shit.
That's that would be a trigger point for anyone. But I think that you have undiagnosed what's it called?
Yeah, I
ADHD.
have got something wrong with it.
It's not. It's not.
Can
That's
you
not
still
correct.
hear us?
That's not. I can hear you. Yeah. That's not correct. Like something wrong with you. That's not correct way of saying it. You've just got something. Your brain takes in stimuli differently from most people, which can be challenging. But that can also help you in a lot of ways as well. So, um, look, and it's a spectrum. I think a lot of people have it. It's different degrees, but that sort of environment can be very triggering for a lot of people in terms of like overwhelming stimuli. A lot of things are happening at once. People around you all at once. That can be a very, very, very unpleasant experience. So it's no wonder that
Hmm.
so that triggers you to drink to get through it.
Yeah. I'll say it just does me head in. Like sometimes I just feel like punching someone. I need to smack someone. It does me head in. I can't.
See, there's no,
After a long day at work, you don't need it. Just sat on a bus while all that noise.
and I bet there's millions of people that go through that every day, Daniel, on the tube,
Mm.
and all, yeah, it's a horrible thing to have all that going on around you, um, whilst you're tired from work, and it's yeah,
Mm.
and there's no provision for that. There's no provision meant for mental health things in real life, and that's just when a person hasn't got any other way to get to work, and they have to go through it. They shouldn't have to go through this because if they like clinically can't
Oh,
stand it and have to resort to alcoholism to get through a journey, boom, that's not right and it's not correct. And you would
uh,
hope that
don't get us wrong. Don't get us wrong. Normal people can just get through that all right. It's
well, well, it's the
but
people that
I can't.
look. There's loads
It
of
does
people that
my head.
there's loads of people that can't,
Yeah.
and
Mm.
they've probably got diagnosed conditions, and they're probably on medication from the doctor and stuff like that. But you know, you would hope in an ideal world that your work would help out as well. And I don't know, like,
Mm.
um, yeah, we've talked about this before with helping with mental health issues in terms of relocating or whatever, or helping you in another way to work. But yeah, so you think I'm going to drink to get through this? So you drink on
Yeah.
the way home?
No, because when I got home, Claire was home, so I didn't. But she realised eventually, so she's not happy.
What do you mean? So you didn't drink when you on the way home, or you
I,
did?
I didn't drink when I got home.
But you
Um,
drank on the way home.
yeah, I did on the way home, but then when I got home,
And then
Claire,
is that what led to the argument? She was
yeah. I mean, she's a smart lass, she knows everything. She realizes straight away. So she was like, but so yeah, so she realized, and then I mean,
well, it is a tough situation. I mean, I just I wish it would. just jump to try and find solutions to this. You know, it's like try and find a solution to the triggering points. But
Mm.
in terms of that, it's just you have to get that bus,
Mhm.
and it's at the same time when the fucking children are about. And yeah, I mean, you should. I think you should tell work, and they should either let you go in earlier and leave earlier, stuff like that. I've, but it's up to you. You're your own man to do that. No one else can do it for you. You whether you
And
do
yeah,
whether you do or not is up to you. But like I think that your work, because also you've been there for 17 years or something like that, 15 years. Look, I should recognize, and also going to the doctor and getting it diagnosed would also help you in in getting something. I just think it would be worth it, Daniel, because if you get the diagnosis from the doctor, if you it's obviously it is the case, get the diagnosis,
Mhm.
then you can show that to work, and then they can then think, right, okay, hopefully we have to help this person because you can't go every day in an environment where your brains can't cope with it, and you're having to drink to cope with it, and that's affecting your relationships in life, and that shouldn't be the case. And it's not
I
your
know.
fault. It's not your fault. So don't, you shouldn't beat yourself up about it. But I would really consider doing that, Daniel, because you can't keep what you can either carry on as you are and keep letting this reoccur, or you can try and change it best you can.
I think I think I can just I think I can just change my behavior eventually because like the circumstances that have happened where I think I need to like sort of that's going to force us to change my behavior and just do you know what I mean? So I
But
think I
Daniel,
am going to just
you need to. There comes
mm,
a point where you need to accept that you need some help from,
mm.
and
I, I
wherever you can get help, just get the help.
I don't want help. I don't want help for people really.
Yeah, we've been through
I
this
think I
once.
know
You
I
either
know,
want
but
help, or you carry on the behavior, and then it gets to a point where it really starts affecting your life.
I know,
So
but
eh, you do want help because you 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 want a better life, and I think you know you
hmm
you get yourself in this same sort of thought process, and you need to challenge it. You go, I don't want help. I don't. It's all on me. You need to start. Cognitive behavioral therapy is just changing your outlook and how you think about things. And if you change slowly and steadily change your thought processes to more positive and more like let's get help. Let's see what resources are open to me to get help. Then you will see the differences and how it will sort of bleed into the rest of your life. You won't be having these arguments. You won't. You'll be getting more on top of your drinking, and you'll have more behind you to do that. More help in the provisions around your life in work. That can be a big help. If you can sort that out, then that will just like go into the rest of your life.
yeah. I mean, I don't know how to. I just don't know how to show me emotions, so I just use drink to try and hide it. But
But
I'm
Daniel,
not stupid.
you're
I'm
not.
not.
You're intelligent man, and
I'm. I
you're
know I'm not stupid that I think that I can hide it, but obviously I can't because Claire just sees it straight away every time.
well. Yeah, we all do.
So that's just how stupid I am.
You're not.
But you know,
It's just The drink, it's a disease. It takes over the brain. It's a disease.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It controls your thought process and whatnot. And what's holding you back is the drink. And once that's alleviated more and more, you'll be able to see yourself for your self worth and what it is, and actually how much of a great person you can be. And that
Mhm.
will only breed into your life, and your relationships will get better, and in turn, your life will get better. So, you know, it's good. It's good to keep on having these conversations. It does get repetitive, but that's the nature of life. You have to just keep on pounding at it before changes arise. And as I say all the time, we look back, just look at the changes you have made through all the time. That has paid dividends. Just keep on. You've kept on trying over a period of time, and the results can speak for themselves. You went away on a fantastic trip with your partner's family, and yeah, one night, only one night, you got a bit too drunk. It's not the worst thing in the world. I remember a time where you wouldn't have been there, or you wouldn't have, or you would have been drunk even more on every night. So it's good to focus on that as well, the positives of that trip. And I bet it was a fucking great trip as well, wasn't it? Overall.
Oh yeah, yeah. Overall, yeah. When I look back, it was really good. It was really nice. It's a lovely part of the world. Um,
Well, there you go, Daniel. It's a
yeah.
beautiful thing. So take that with you.
Obviously, yeah. Yeah.
Um, and
Very good.
don't get too disheartened about the odd stuff. All right, I'll come back. We'll have a little break now, and we'll come back together in a bit. All right.
All right.
Welcome back. So yeah, in terms of myself, uh, I booked up again in terms of had a match again. Uh, was it? Yeah, was it against Leighton Orient? Leighton Orient fans. And it was a dreadful match. It was like raining, and I was playing shit. Everyone was playing shit. Um, it was a friendly, but there was two red cards from our uh, wound up. So
I'm so jealous of you. By the way, I'd love to be
uh,
do. I'd love to be playing like for like a Newcastle team, like
you
what you're
wouldn't
doing
be jealous
against other
of
teams like that.
if you
I
saw
love
us
it.
play.
Like
You wouldn't be jealous. We're fucking shit. And I had this injury where like it was like the top of my leg, but it wasn't my groin. It was like top of my leg. It was fucking bothering us. Anyway, it got smashed, and then I got smashed afterwards with one of the Leighton Orient players, and I sort of continued to drink uh, late on into the night, and then I got chatting to some people on the tube home, and cut story short, I ended up in Portsmouth, which is about a 3 hour train ride away from where I live. So that was
oh
interesting.
God, man.
All in my Newcastle kit. So I was like, I had my boot bag, my Newcastle kit. I stayed over at one of the people that I met. And I was standing 11 a.m. at some station near Fratton Park, in a Newcastle United strip, and I meandered my way back, thankfully safely to my bed after that. And so I was viscerally hungover for the Newcastle Bournemouth game. So
Mm.
I didn't. I was meant to go to the pub to watch that because there's a Newcastle United fans pub in London called the Dolphin.
Oh yeah, so did I. I'd love to go there.
I didn't go there, and yeah, and so that wasn't great. But thankfully,
You didn't miss much. It was
yeah,
shite.
didn't miss
Fucking hell.
but we've grinded out a result. So we've been playing not great, but we've grinded out results, which is good.
I know. I sat and found a pub. It was like, well, at first we thought it was like a pub. We thought it was like part of our like complex. What do you call it? Like where the caravan port. But we went there, and first time we went there, the barmaid went, "Oh, where are you staying?" And Clay says, "Oh, we're just staying like over such and such." And the barmaid went, "Oh, no, this isn't part of your area. You're not meant to be in here," sort of thing. So it's like, I was like, oh. But they still let us stay there, but where they says you can't get a discount because we're not part of your such and blah blah blah. And anyway, when Newcastle played Bournemouth on Sunday, it was the only place that I knew that they would be playing the match, so I still went there, even though like, and I went there, and obviously like when I first went there, it was it was the same woman that like sort of was there the first time, so sort of recognised us and like knew I wasn't part of but I still got served, and I was still out there just sit there and watch the match.
Oh,
But
well.
but I think it was just after half time, a new woman came on to serve people, and then she asked us like, "Oh, are you part of this?" And I lied. I says, "Yeah, I am, but I'm sorry, I just haven't got my pass or anything." So I got the discount.
Hey, you baldy fucker.
I got the discount, just like. But we should have lost that match. We were absolutely shite, but we've been lucky, really, haven't we? Been lucky.
Yeah,
We've been absolutely shite, but we've come away with 7 points out of that 3 games.
good. And,
So
like,
you can't argue.
but we haven't added to the squad either, so
Exactly. So
we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. But also, I had the improv show.
Oh yeah.
That was my third one. And I was like, I'm like you in many respects, beat myself up about stuff, and just always like nothing's ever good enough. It's just like it's very exhausting in life where nothing's ever good enough, and you try, and you just feel like are you ever gonna feel like anything's like good enough? Are you ever gonna feel like you're good enough? So it's it's a hard thing in life. It's a hard like that mentality, and it's hard to like challenge it and really enjoy stuff. Even
But
if
like I think
even if people say, "Oh, that was good," you never really let yourself enjoy it. And
I know, but
you
I
try
know
your
it's
best, but yeah, it's a tough one.
I know it's easier said than done though. But you've got to try and put things into context. Like you haven't been doing it for that long,
Mm,
so you're not gonna be perfect straight away. You know what I mean? You're still
yeah,
learning.
it's just about like trying to repeat that sort of positive
Mm,
reinforcement to yourself, and just so you
hmm
don't get like disheartened or anything. But I think it went all right. Um, and some of my mates came to watch it, which was good, and they were saying, "Oh,
Oh,
really enjoyed it," so that was good. And we
good.
went out, and I'm like, when I have a few drinks, I'm just like, "Hey, let's fucking go mental!" And
So I've noticed.
you might know, but I just sort of mentioned, oh, I would love to go to like a karaoke place and just fucking get up on karaoke. And
Uh,
stuff. But it was quite.
I'm the same. I
I have
love the
seen,
karaoke when I've had a few drinks.
but there's none in London. In London, it's fucking shit because
Oh,
like everywhere is like a private booth. But I want to be in with the people, man. You know, just like
yeah,
it's like
no,
£100 for an hour in this private booth. Fuck off.
yeah,
I just want some shitty pub, you know, in front of Deirdre and Ken, who looks like John Cooper Clarke on the disco. And ladies
uh,
and gentlemen, like I just
uh,
want that. And anyway, I like convinced the people I was with. You know, it's like, oh my god. And I said, I'll get the Uber. I found one on Google. It's like not too far away. I'll get the Uber. I got the Uber. And we get inside the Uber, and
uh,
there's a woman's black dress in the back seat. And I go, oh. So I'm just talking to the driver. I was like, driver, do you know that there's a woman's black dress here in the back seat? And he was like, oh,
mm,
I didn't know. So a woman at some point in the night has got into the back of his car. They've undressed and changed into a new dress whilst in the back of his car, and he's not realised. Or something else more obscure.
mhm,
Anyway, we were sort of in that drunken way laughing about this for the whole taxi ride, and the driver was absolutely creased. He nearly like crashed because he was laughing so much at our disbelief that this dress could be here. So
mm.
that was mad. And then anyway, we'll get to this place that has karaoke on, and we'll go in there, and there's no one there but us. And then we go, oh, it's a karaoke on, and she goes, oh yeah, but it's only our songs, and the fucking the words aren't working, so you'll have to like get the words. All right, I say, right, have you got a game of some sort that we can play? And she goes, we've got Connect Four, right? Get it fucking out here. Goes and brings Connect Four on. I say, right, every time someone puts a Connect Four in, they take a drink, and the one that loses has to wear the black dress and sing karaoke. And we did it. I lost. So I got this random woman's black dress on, singing "The Best" by Tina Turner, and I fucking had a great time. So there you go.
Oh, yeah, that's not good.
Alcohol can be good. Can be
Oh,
good
you know,
sometimes. I never thought
it's
I'd
sent
sit.
you down some weird roads, but you
Yeah,
know.
I never thought. When I woke up, I didn't think I'd be in a black dress singing Tina Turner by the end of the
Boy,
night.
you were still wearing it when you woke up.
No, the barmaid there was so like fucking entertained that she like pinned it
Oh,
on the wall.
all right.
This
So.
random woman's black dress. I would have to goes in there. Well, that's mine. That's not in the back of a mad's car. Um, but yeah. Also, I've had some old woman interactions this week, just in the past couple of days, right? Quite sad actually. The first one, I was on the tube and there was an escalator going up, and I don't know why I'm laughing. It's not funny, but as I looked up, it was it was an old woman just sort of tumbling up, up the escalators because she fell down. Right? She was going arse over tits, right? I was like, fuck. So I sprinted up the fucking escalators like fucking Superman and getting to this old lady. And I got to her and she was like all, you know, bamboozled and all that. And thankfully, I don't think she hurt herself too badly. But someone like stopped the escalator, and it was her and a really old husband as well. and her husband was quite sort of concerned. But I sort of took her by the hand, led her down the escalator, led her up the escalator with her husband, and she was like saying, "Oh yeah, I feel embarrassed. I feel embarrassed." I was like, "Oh no, man, it happens all the time, and all that." And I said, "You're tough as old boots, aren't you?" Oh, well, I hope so. Uh, and yeah, it was just quite a sort of like thing. And then they couldn't get through the barriers, so I was helping them through the barriers. But like, I got this sense I wanted to help them more. I, in the moment, I was sort of trying to judge. It was quite hard to judge in the moment, like what the extent to how much you help someone, because sometimes
Yeah,
I feel
you don't want to go over the top to be like sort of uh
exactly, and
to seem like you're being what's the word?
overbearing or like,
Um oh, what's that bloody word, man?
patronizing, condescending, or
Patronizing.
patronizing.
Patronizing, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
So this is all going through my head. I'm like,
Um
but whilst I'm trying
because
to,
I've had the same thing this week. I've had the same thing this week with this woman that I delivered to. Um because you know, I've got this. I do the same. I've got my own delivery now, so I do the same delivery all the time. And there's this woman. She's quite disabled, and she gets parcels quite often. And you've just got to ring the buzzer. And most of the time, I think like she's got our nurses in there with her who just come to the door and get the parcels for her. But like sometimes the nurses aren't there, so she'll answer the buzzer and she'll just go, "Oh, can you just come in?" And she'll just answer and just say, "Can you just come into my house and just put it on like the table or something?" But this week, I buzzed and she went, "Oh, yeah, I'm on the loo. Can you just wait a few minutes?" So I went, okay. So she buzzed the door. So I opened the door and I went, right, okay, she's on. I'll just wait here for a minute. I waited for quite a while. And then she started buzzing the door again. So when she started buzzing the door again, I thought, well, oh, is that must be my cue to just walk in because she must be done. Or anyway, I walked in and she was still sat there on the loo with the door wide open, just right in front of us. And I didn't know. I was like, oh, I was like, and she just went, oh, hello, just go and put it on the table there. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I felt really awkward. It was, it was horrible. Well, like she didn't seem bored, and I was like, fuck's sake. But like, I was like,
get that Randy Postman in here and let him look at my fucking chewed up tennis balls.
that's what Billy Clay was saying. Like, oh, I bet you wanted you to go in there and see you. And I was like, fuck off.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
no,
yeah, it's just like
it's horrible, man.
because I'm like, it's just yeah, it's hard to judge, and I felt I was like, at first you're sort of dealing with what's in front of you, and like, is it injured?
Mm.
It might be injured. Has she hit her head? Do I do more? But then in the back of your mind, you're thinking, um, are they thinking I'm being too helpful? And this is London. Will I get? Did I think I'm maybe sort of trying to rob them or something? Or you know, did I just want to be left alone? And this has happened. Well, it happens all the time. And then I'll walk away and I feel like, oh, I could have done this. I could have done that. Could have done this. But then, like in the past, uh, yeah, I've felt like I've helped too much, and and the person's like, no, it's all right. Like I was on the train back to London once, and I got chatting to this older woman, and she seemed a bit like overwhelmed by like getting on the train and stuff. and she was sat next to us, and I said, "Oh, you all right?" Because I sensed it, and she said, "Oh yeah, it's the first time traveling on my own. I've just been up to Edinburgh to visit my son, and this is the last time I'll be doing it because it's so like overwhelming." I was like, "Oh, right, okay." And we had like a chat until like Leeds or York or whatever.
Mm.
I was like, "Oh, do you want some help with your suitcase and stuff?" And she went, "Oh yeah, yeah." So I got a suitcase. I was waiting there, and like I think I just got the sense that she was getting worried. I was gonna run off with it or something. And so I think she like called to like another LNER staff member. And I thought she did that to sort of when she gets off um, the train to help her. So I went when he came. I was like, "Oh, right, okay," and then I just sensed that like, can I have it? Can I have the suitcase then, sir? The staff went like that. I was like, "Oh yeah," all right. And I give him the suitcase. Like, then I was thinking back, like, "Oh, did she think? Was she like?" I was thinking, "Oh, fucking hell."
So she didn't say thank you one out when she left.
I think she said, thank you, but then I was expecting but might just be me, but I was expecting her to say like goodbye,
Yeah.
like when she like went off the train. I think that might be me, just like I don't know, but
Uh,
I had this sense afterwards, just like you try and help. Is it?
I just don't. People just don't expect like people to be that helpful.
Yeah,
Like so, when people are that helpful, they just get suspicious and
yeah.
like, oh, what you being that helpful for? What you doing?
So it just
That's the
it has
society we live in.
went through my mind when helping other people in the future
Mm.
and stuff. And to the point you can only do so much anyway. Like that old couple that I mentioned, I helped them. They didn't know how to get through the barriers. But I just said, "Oh, just have you got a ticket?" And he said, "Yeah, yeah, just put it through, and then you'll get through." And I just walked
Mm.
away. Afterwards, I thought, could I have stayed and chatted with them? Could I have helped them up the stairs again? Oh, dear.
No, no, you could. It's not your job. It's not your job, man.
Did you have a head injury? Should I fucking got like
Should I give her one?
fucking for fucking Uh, anyway, and also just today, this lovely old woman. So Chipotle or whatever restaurant chain that does burritos and stuff. They were giving away free food for
Mm.
like 2 hours. So I fucking scarpered down there and got a free burrito. But in the lane behind us, it was just so old, so old. I can't fucking stress to you how old this couple was. The guy was bent over like that. You could only see the top of his head. That old. And but she was in front, and like she was more mobile than him. But and he was just so like he was so narky, like sort of. Are you gonna take this? Are you gonna take this? What are we doing? How long are we doing? I was just like, oh God, she's been married to him for like 70 years, and she has to put up with that just because they're old and that's what you do. It's just like it made me think of that as well. But she was lovely. She like started talking to us. She was saying that she's a singer. I was like, oh, what? She was like, oh, what do you do? I was like, an actor, and she was like, oh, there's no proper actors anymore, like Richard Burton back in the good old days. So I was like, oh,
Mm.
oh, you're right, you're right. And she was like saying, it's the way people dress, nowadays. I mean, just look at that. And is it any wonder? I was just like, yeah, no, you're right, you're right. And she was just like, and then she would say, oh, I've been a singer, I've been an opera singer. all my life, and she was like teaching us how to sing and stuff. It's called Rosalind.
Rosalind's a fucking nightmare.
Rosalind is a fucking nightmare.
Nightmare.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen. Now. Anyway, it was good to talk to Rosalind at Chipotle, and we both ordered a burrito together. She taught us how to sing, and she was old as fucking farts, and it was great. Anyway, so yeah. I had a job interview. I said the word. I mentioned that another interview like a few months ago in a podcast that I said the word tits.
Oh,
In this interview, I said the word anal. Now,
oh well, you know.
It was within context, but I think I might have said it. I think I might have emphasised it a bit too much.
All right.
Just I was saying, oh, I'll be like one of my managers in terms. One of her qualities was she was very anal. And then I locked eyes with one of the interviewers, and she laughed. Right?
But so she laughed.
She laughed. And I just thought, oh, it's the fucking tits thing again. And then I didn't get the job again. So,
Yeah.
All right. Shall we end with very, very, very rushed, very, very sort of not being looked over or sort of thought about episode of the rest shite before we go?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah.
Have you got anything else?
That's cool. No, I just want to watch this again because it always gives us a good laugh.
Well, hopefully it's, I don't know about this one, but we'll give it a go. Okay, the rest is shite. Episode 2 in the rest is shite series. If it's if I ever do it again after this. Gary Lineker, Alan Shearer, and Mika Richards have taken a trip to the fun fair. Gary. Oh, it's wonderful to be here. I feel like a child all over again. The colours, the the jolly atmosphere, the smell of mulled wine, the roasted peanuts, the exhilarating rides. Mika. Oh, yes, Gary. I'm so excited! Big Meeks loves a good ride, as you well know, Gary. But most of all, it's about the camaraderie between mates and good vibes, all paid for by my 47 brand deals. I'm raking it in. Gary. Alan. Oh, will you two shut up, you pair of monkey anti-June fanny wet wipes? I know your game, Gary. You Ian Watkins wannabe. Shouting from the rooftops, everybody screaming. Aye, they're screaming, get Gary away from my kids. As for you, Mika, there's no lost profits with you, you money-grabbing, overzealous blind frigate. Gary. Come on, Alan. Cheer up, Al. Why don't you just enjoy yourself and hold my hand whilst I nestle into the crux of your neck? Get away from me, or I'll pay one of these gypsies to make your seatbelt slack and start selling Gary Lineker's Bell End flavoured crisps, which are basically cheese and onion with a dash of divorce. Hey, Alan, why don't we have a go on the Dodgems? Alan. Dodgems, you're so blind you can't see how overwhelmingly shit you are. You were about as useful as a period-filled burrito stuffed with the offal from an abortion clinic's rubbish bin. Gary. Oh, Alan, what are you like? What are you like, Alan? Gary. Come on. I'll treat you to a toffee apple from the fair trade, equal opportunity, pronouns inclusive, fairies, pop-up tent. I'd rather lift me balls above me head, sling them around a cable car wire, hang on to them as a young Adele sits on me head and just chat to us aimlessly. That's yeah.
Oh, I've got a sore head. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, very good. Very funny. Oh, I can't feel my jaw anymore.
Isn't too bad. Right. I think we'll end it there.
Oh, hey, it was really good, darling. Hilarious.
Oh, well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know, I hope the neighbours don't complain and get me thrown out of here. But right, that's been episode 13 for the Geordie Brothers podcast. I've been Jordan Hunter, and this has been my brother.
Yeah, Daniel Hunter. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. That was a good one.
Don't we?
Aye.
Email us at geordiebrothers.
Oh yeah.
gmail.com. If you're bloody sad and lonely, and or you're struggling with mental health, and we'll see you at the next one. See you
Aye, see you there. See you next one. Good to catch up with you.
Yeah, good.
Right, watch what you're doing.
Get some sleep in there. I'll
see you. I'll try.
All right, nice one.
See you there.
See you.